Hi there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of February 21st through 27th of 2022. So we are finished with Valentine's Day. We're in here in Alberta. The 21st, I think it's the 21st, I should have looked this up, is Family Day. And so many people, with an extra day off to go and do fun things with the family. Sometimes there's activities in the communities and things like that. And so, we really enjoy having this extra time with our family. And so here, let's just see though what the energy is going to be for all the Pisces everywhere. Anyone who's even remotely going to come in contact with this reading, their energy is all intertwined. And excuse me, and it is a group effort from all the guardian angels, and they all come together at my request, right? And so here they come, and they provide the answers that you've been looking for in terms of, the vibration within the cards. That's how they choose them. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's see what they're telling you. Have an abundance mindset. So it feels like there have been some lack thoughts going on, some doubts, lacking confidence, that kind of thing. And so your angels want you to change that up. They want you to think in terms of, well, of course, this is going to work out for me. Instead of, oh, I don't know about this. I wonder how this is going to turn out. I want it to, but I don't know. You feel the difference there, right? Big difference. And so they're saying, have the confidence. Just simply know that everything is working out exactly in your favor. There's a saying, the universe is conspiring in my favor, something like that. And that is what they're saying. That's the truth. So fall into that. Does that make sense to you? Fall into that. It's like easier to fall into it than it is to force yourself to go the other direction. Just let yourself go with the flow and be, moved around a little bit by the currents that are happening in your life. And don't resist that, because those currents are part of the guidance system, right? So just go with that and release the resistance. Yeah. So it's been described to me like if you're in a canoe or a kayak and you're on a flowing river, which is easier, to go upstream or down? You just want to go downstream. Then all you have to do is steer a little bit around rocks and obstacles, right? It feels like you've been trying to go upstream and it's wearing you out. You're exhausted, and you can simply let yourself flow with that. It's not really drifting because you are still steering. Okay? All right? See how that works out for you. And hopefully, for some of you, it'll be hard kind of because you're just so used to choosing the hard way. and for others, it'll be a lot easier and you can just kind of let yourself turn and go. Okay. Open your heart to love. Yeah. So this is part of that resistance, it feels like. Feels like you're feeling kind of like a victim, or you're feeling like people don't love you, even though they do, like intellectually they do. But it feels like you can't seem to open yourself to let that love come in. And instead you have to be rejecting them, is how it feels. It's like you're being contrary. And certainly I'm not saying all the time, nor every single person. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But there's a certain amount of you who are, it's almost like you're testing that love. It's almost like you're sitting there going, okay, well, you're saying and doing these things that say that you love me, but I'm going to be just as irritable as I possibly can to see how far can I push you before you will go away. Even though you don't want them to go away, you want them to continue proving their love. Does that sound familiar? Some of you are sitting there going, oh God, yes, it does. Okay, so release that resistance. See what it feels like to say, oh, well, that was a really nice demonstration of your love, and I appreciate that, and I take it in. Try it. Try it. At first, it might feel like losing face, is what I'm being told. It might feel like losing face. But let it happen. And it feels so good when you do. And even talk about it if you want to, if that helps. Okay, open your heart to love. You have, okay, wow, this is really great. So the middle two cards, so I've got 3 cards and 3 cards. So the middle row, both are so bountiful. So this one says bountiful nature, and this one says deserving. So they're talking about the same thing, even like they appear to be a little different on the surface, but they're talking about the same thing, that there is all this bounty all around you, and it easily can come to you if you let it. Right? So it's the same thing as opening your heart to love, having the abundance mindset. Spending time, okay, and this, okay, it's talking about something different in the words, but the idea of it, what the energy that's being given to me is, excuse me, I have such a rattly throat the last little while, week or even 2, so please bear with me with that. I believe it's allergies, a certain amount, snow mold, things like that. It's very annoying. Anyway, so both of these mean that you have this self that completely can draw to you all the bounty. Everything deserved, everything well deserved, everything beautiful that exists can be yours. That's what they're talking about here. And this is it's kind of it feels like once you get that second, that aha moment of going like, oh my gosh, I have been feeling like a victim. And once you can kind of go, okay, I don't want to feel like a victim. Sometimes it takes a while to get to that point. Sometimes you do kind of want to feel like that. It's almost like proving how wrong somebody did you, right? Proving that it's not your fault, proving that somebody else did something bad and that put you way far down. Once you can get beyond that, because that is just a fact, it's a human thing, right? When you can work your way through that enough to get to the point where you're like, I am not a victim, then you can get to the spot of understanding that all this amazing prosperity is right there for you. Where up until now, you haven't been able to see it because you haven't been in the right frame, right? So, and it's not just a frame of mind, it's yes, it's thoughts, but it's feelings mainly. And that everybody else has all this control over you, right? So once you can get through that, which some of you are getting there, very, very close. Some of you are there already. Some of you are, you've got some stuff to work through yet, but it'll all come in good time. And once you get to that point where you can recognize how you totally deserve all the good stuff, then there you go. Then it becomes yours. Yeah. So you can know, and there's none of that, like, it's not your fault that you're not there yet, right? Like, that, it's just not that. It's that as humans, we do have to work our way through these things. And now some can go through it quicker than others, and that's totally fine. It's based upon your, your life experiences up till now and what kind of supports you've had and all that stuff. And others, it takes them a little while longer. There is no timeline. You can't do it wrong. You can only do it. Right? So don't beat up on yourself for that. Some of you are like, oh yeah, great, now it's all my fault again that I've got all this resistance and stuff. Yeah, just work your way through it. You'll get there when you get there. No biggie. Okay. All right. And so when you're, aware of this a little bit now, and you're wanting to get to the next step or whatever, you want to be able to get yourself into a point of the abundance. Ask for help with that. Yes, you're asking your angel team. Talk directly to them. They can hear you. They can answer you. You can hear them. It's all good. But you have to ask. Because we are human, we have free will. And so our angels are not allowed to intervene unless it's a life-threatening situation and it's not our time. Otherwise, they have to wait for us to ask directly for help before they can provide the help. Now, they're always giving messages and advice and things like that, guidance, but this way they can directly step in and put things in place for you. This is also talking about the people around you. Ask for help. If you're struggling with something in particular, ask around. There's somebody who knows how to do that. There's no shame in not knowing everything. Okay, some of you are really good at that. Some of you are still working on it. Okay, and here comes all the prosperity. I mean, yay! Congratulations. And so it feels like it's not quite a trickle, but it's a demonstration, I think. It's proof that it can come. And then, as you continue to do your work, your shadow work, then that can continue to come to you. All that prosperity. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's very enjoyable. Okay, so here we have the daily guidance cards, and we're asked for one last bit of wisdom. And okay, life purpose. Life purpose. What is your life purpose? Do you know? Do you think you know? Do you feel like you know? Your life purpose is to do what brings you joy. That is the end of the sentence. What brings you joy? Your life purpose is to feel good. Some of you were like, that's too simple. No, that is exactly what it is. Your life purpose is to feel good. So do whatever helps you feel good. If you're not feeling good, you're not resonating. Okay, there you go. There's your message. Pisces, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you, and I love you, and I will see you next week.